I just got to make sure I lock up the studio for the night. Because, we got to stay away from they. They always want to get into your studio. Whoa. What the fuck? What's that shit? What the hell's going on here?
Hello, Dad. It's me, Assad.
Assad? Future Assad? What the fuck? Future Assad is...
Listen. I know you're about to get on Snapchat. You've ruined my life.
I'm live streaming this right now, son.
Dad, I'm an orthodontist. I've been going to school for it for the past 7 years.
You fix skin? What do you do?
Dad, that's a dermatologist. I'm an orthodontist. I specialize in crooked teeth. You've got it all wrong.
What do you... Well, listen, Assad, you got to pay attention. You're great. You're loyal. You're amazing.
My friends told me you would do this, Dad. They fucking told me you would do this. You try to patronize me. Yes.
Nah, Assad. You're not my son. You ain't callous, son. You ain't callous. You gotta stay away from they. Stay away from they, future Assad. Stay away from they.
You're listening to the Double D's podcast.
I'm Dom.
I'm to respect.
You got a great set of tits.
I get so angry thinking about this kid.
Because that's what most people are bitching about.
Up in New York, you know what I mean? We like to eat out here.
You gotta stop looking at interacting with people online as a cheap date. My father used to drink.
Get the fuck away from me. I'm done.
I come a lot, by the way.
You're going to do all the rap stuff.
If you didn't say it, somebody in the comment section would have said it.
It's like how you feel when you're having a paranoid high.
That's a dynamic connection right there. You're listening to Double D's.
I'm Dom.
I'm D Respect. Thank you for listening to another installment of the Double D's podcast. As always, you know what? Do whatever the fuck you want, because it seems like you guys don't listen to me anyway. Give this video 5 likes. Go ahead, just give it 5. Just leave it at 5. I'm joking, of course.
If this video goes over 5 likes, I'm gonna kill myself.
Okay, let's get this thing to 1,000, guys. Let's go for it. I'm interested to see what happens.
It's gonna hover at 6. They're gonna make sure that it stays at 6 likes.
We all have a car wreck, don't we?
Yeah. Listen, Mike Khaled's not that great. I have some.
Oh, is it?
I have some of his mannerisms, but it's just not even.
Listen, if we're gonna spend the rest of these episodes of you telling us what impressions you can't do good, then I might as well not speak.
I'm the best at Kendrick. I can do Obama really well.
No.
Jimmy Carter.
Before we get this Obama battle on and going, guys, remember, send us your voicemails at d.podcast. Just use the memo feature on your phone, and you can send the voicemails through there to d.podcast@gmail.com. Send us a comment with the show meant to you. Tell us to go fuck ourselves. Do not ask us any questions. This is your moment, your spotlight. We will feature a few voicemails, pretty good ones. We'll feature by the end of the show. Let's do this Obama thing.
I still have a few questions to respect about the podcast. I understand it's ending, but I still got to talk to you guys. Talk to you and Dom about what you want to do in the future. You understand?
Dom, due respect, this guy's he's an imposter. Now I'm going to tell you exactly why he's an imposter, because I've got the keys. Like DJ Khaled, I got them keys, boy. Until you own your own, you can't be me. You hear me?
When's the last time you think Obama said nigger? Just like really said, like, as a joke?
I'm pretty sure
or like
he said it daily in the Oval Office.
This nigga, no, he didn't. Like, this nigga, like that type of.
If Obama's around, okay, if Obama's around Cornel West, would he say it? If he's around Michael Eric Dyson, would he say it?
I don't think so.
You don't think he would?
He's controlled. He's too in control, man.
Well, if there's cameras around, he wouldn't do it.
You think but if he gets, okay, so we were talking about this when I was in New York, which we will get to. We were talking about this on the subway platform at fucking 4 a.m. And I told you, he's a magician of communication. So I don't think he gets caught saying anything bad, even behind closed doors, because someone could have the place mic'd up and that would just be the end. He would just get publicly shamed. And as we both know, as all you listeners know, he never got caught for anything. So he's not saying that shit behind closed doors.
I still think that nigger is totally doable. It's totally doable, and it's a possibility if he's around the right. I mean, he wasn't saying it around Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, you just vice president, nigga. Like, he wasn't saying that, but I think if he's around a certain, these people that I mentioned, they've known, they knew Barack way before 2008. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's a level of comfortability there. I mean, definitely if he's around Jeremiah Wright.
Okay, when's the last?
Coming home to roost.
This blogger chat.
It is that.
It is. It's blogger chat.
I'll show you blogger chat.
No, please don't.
Dude, I have a sore throat. Did you gave me AIDS when we made out.
That's what happened. I always have chapped lips and just my sinuses are all fucked up when I go to New York, and I get a cold. Always get a cold when I go up there. That city is dirty.
It is not.
It is filthy, man. The subway. Come to the metro here, dude. It's amazing. It's clean. It's beautiful. It's luxurious. It's the best fucking metro on the fucking planet, and it's because of me. That's what I gotta say. You guys talk about Obama, talk about niggers, whatever you want to talk about. Listen, I made this place great. I made DC awesome. The train system, it's great. It goes wherever the fuck you want it to go. You know what else? I'm glad Double D's is ending. Goodbye.
What did you think about Bill Maher saying house nigga?
My gut reaction is like, you're a smug asshole.
Before I'm sorry, because I do this all the time. I throw something at you, and then I don't bring them in before I bring you in.
Yeah, go on.
So for most of you who are familiar with Bill Maher, real time with Bill Maher, he's interviewing some senator, whoever the fuck it was, and the senator was inviting him to come on the campaign trail. I think it was. He was like, "Come on the trail with us. We'll have you working in the field," and there was a long pause by Bill Maher, and he's like, well, I'm a house nigga, and he laughs, and immediately when he laughs, he sort of looks down like, ugh, that was a little, that was a bit much, but continue.
I've always disliked that smug air about him, especially when it comes to like religion shit. It's like, oh yeah, because you're just better than everybody, right? Some of the stuff, I agree with a lot of the ideology, yes, but like, just the delivery and just a lot of his jokes is so, he has those beady eyes and he's like, yeah, well, if the fucking right wingers, I mean, these guys, can you believe it? And he had this thing, like, Jon Stewart was like, he was smug a little bit of the time, but sometimes he had more like this bewildered sense of humor where it's like, oh really? Is that the way it is? It's fucking crazy. Kind of sarcastic a little bit.
He wasn't as preachy and stuck to his point of view, because there was a more of a comedic touch to what he was doing.
But so like Bill Maher thinks he's comedic with it. I mean, I don't know what him and his writers are doing, but it's so smug, and that's why he said that shit, because he thought he could get away with it, and it just came out and it's like, I'm a house nigger. It's like, oh god.
Well, it definitely wasn't funny, but I mean, he's had a lot of people come to his defense, and
Killer Mike being one of them. Yeah,
Killer Mike, Kevin Hart. I think there was another prominent person that came to his rescue.
Cornel West.
He probably would. I mean, he's been on the show a lot of times. Even Michael Eric Dyson, I'm sure. So I think what we've got here is we have somebody who we know isn't a racist. I mean, we've seen that Bill Maher has spoken enough over the years that you can tell. I mean, he's got a handle on things, but I think he just got a little too comfortable. Yeah. And I think that's part of the reason. I mean, because he has such a community with a lot of black people. I mean, he used to fuck Superhead. Did you know that? Did you fucking know that?
Are you joking?
No, he was with Superhead. Look it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Corinne Steffens. He was with her. They were in a relationship, I think.
That doesn't make someone not racist, though, if they fuck a black woman.
No, it's not that it doesn't. I wasn't. Thank you for clarifying that, by the way, because there was going to be some fucking idiot in the comment section that was going to say that means he's not racist. No, what I mean by that is he's always around black people, so he feels comfortable around them to say something like that, which has nothing to do with you being racist or not. It just, he thinks he gets a pass or a card.
Yeah, I think what I will say is it's one of those things where I think that black people are probably the least likely to like picket for someone's job to be taken, unless you're Chance. I mean, Chance is like immediately take his job. But I think honestly, white liberals are more likely to be storming the offices. Black people have more shit to be worried about than trying to get fucking corny Bill Maher fired.
Yeah.
I got to bring something up. Okay, it's been weighing heavily on me.
What's that?
Okay. There's a bar I go to. Okay, the bartender, the bar manager
Calls you nigger when he gets you the drink.
Yes, he's very nice guy. Super. I mean, he's the kind of guy he majored in African American studies.
Oh no!
Listen. Cool guy, very cool guy. Like he's not like militant in your face about it, but the dude like, and this is a very like prominent like locally owned coffee shop where it's like mostly like it's like all Ethiopians. It's like a lot of Africans, Ethiopians there. Very multicultural, but like heavy African and African American population. And like that's my favorite coffee shop. That's where I go. This guy really likes me because he will not let me pay for drinks. Like I can go there with people. I'm not paying for shit, even though I insist on paying. He's not letting me pay for anything because I guess he likes me, and I listen to him talk. I chat with him all the time.
You're a charity case.
Yes, I'm a charity case. Yeah, so he doesn't do this for everybody. I've seen it. He'll charge people. He's totally unashamed about that. The other day, I'm hanging out and I'm pretty drunk. Because I was like 3 shots in. My friend was 3 shots in. A few other people were around. He's really drunk, and I mean, it comes out of him. He said it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And he's like, nigga, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, in my head, I was like, okay. And dude, this place is filled nothing but Africans here. Okay, nothing but Africans. And I looked at him, and it's like, I know what's in this guy's heart. I know that he's like as far from okay, so the issue we're dealing with is not racism. Okay, at worst, what we're dealing with is a person who really, really likes black and African people and likes African culture, probably would turn African tomorrow if he could. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's what we're dealing with here at worst. And I it's one of those situations I've always felt like the only time I would check someone is if I felt like it was like I read into context, but it felt a little weird, and I was like, oh man, and I'm not that guy to be like, you don't get to say that around me, because it's not malicious, and it's like, oh man, you really wish you could. Like you're just trying to. How would you react to this? Because honestly, I'm sitting there like, and yes, it's a factor that I get free drinks from this guy, and that this place is like my local hangout, and any woman I bring there, he will give me free food and just make me look like the fucking man. That's a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, how I react to something like that. I mean, with me, it's a thing living in the city. And being born in the culture that I'm born in, it wasn't until like my mid-20s that I identified myself racially. Like I understood that racially I was black. You know, growing up, you're Dominican. You put it in one. You just put yourself in one category, and you think that race doesn't apply to you.
Yeah.
So it's a little different for me because I don't have that. I didn't grow up with this encouragement to fuel your blackness, and if somebody
sounds like a shitty Gatorade commercial.
Gatorade, fuel your blackness. So I never had that embedded into my DNA where it's like defend against someone who uses that word, because when I was younger, I just felt like that word didn't apply to me. Certainly, and if any, Dominican or Puerto Rican person that listens to this and think that it doesn't apply to you, you'll definitely feel that it applies to you if a police officer's arresting you or something and he calls you a nigger. You'll definitely feel it. Only when you're put in those extreme examples will you feel it, whereas somebody who's darker than I am, whereas somebody who's always identified with it their whole life, that shit, you can't say that shit in front of everybody, and I'm not going to be the person to tell someone, oh, you don't have a right to get upset when somebody says it. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Right. You don't get into that because that's stuff that goes way too deep with people. but I can only speak for myself when I say that it would make me feel uncomfortable. It makes me feel uncomfortable when I'm speaking Spanish to people. Oh, and this happened just the other day. This lady was telling me this funny story about a young couple that keeps making noise in her apartment building, and they're fucking like jackrabbits. And
Nice.
and she said something like, "Oh, and I don't know, he's killing her." And when she said that, I couldn't stop laughing. And then all of a sudden it takes a dark turn. She goes, "And he's some black guy, like this big, ugly." She's saying all this in
What?
Spanish. She's like, "He's this big, ugly moreno, and she's so beautiful." And I'm like,
Oh, God. And you're laughing. You're like, oh, Jesus.
it turns into disappointment. It's like, what, lady?
She's like, oh, he's murdering her because he's black.
Well, I didn't base it on that, but yeah, I get.
That's why. That's why she has that perception.
Right. That's how. He's. I thought it was a thing where he's punishing with his dick, but yeah, she was like this big. I think she even tied him into like a gorilla or something, and I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna need you to just. I didn't say anything, but I was like, all right, and I'm not gonna encourage this.
I'm the same way as you. Yeah, it's like I don't. It's not my. I don't know. Like this is a tough one for me because I've never been like there've been a few times in my life I've heard people say shit that's just outright like pretty racist.
See, but there's no mistaking you. There's no mistaking you.
Oh,
If
so I never.
Somebody takes a look at you. There's no mistaking them. At least,
automatic.
at least what I can say about myself is, I mean, if you say shit like that, you're ignorant, period. But the only percentage of leadway that I give you is, number one, her age. She was like in her 60s. And number two, it's that people are blinded by culture. All of a sudden she doesn't feel like she's standing in front of somebody who's remotely black. Like she sees the color of my skin, and it's like it doesn't even matter anymore because we're speaking Spanish. You know what I'm saying? So, so it's a thing where I'm not going to get upset at her if she's younger and she says shit like that. I'm not the person that's gonna check you. Just like the the girl that feels the need to say something to me because I use the word fag. Yeah. It's just not my place. It's just not my place to say that. If I care about you, then I'm gonna say like, hey man, like you really shouldn't talk like that. And if you keep talking like that, then I'm like, all right, maybe I should consider whether I should fuck with you or not. But it's not my job to police people. I mean, with regard to Bill Maher, I mean, I think that he's a comedian, so part of being a comedian is you want to. I mean, he probably wishes he could say material like that. He probably wishes he could say things like "I'm a house nigga," or stuff like that. So, I don't think he should lose his job because I think he's on HBO, right? I mean, doesn't that mean something as far as like the language and what you can get away with?
Yeah, he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. Also, because this is kind of a blessing, but he's got Ice Cube, Michael Eric Dyson, and some black female commentator on this week. And I think this was scheduled before, so it's gonna come out.
Oh, they'll yeah. Oh, Michael Eric Dyson's gonna.
This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Yeah, he's gonna let him have it a little bit, but he's
No, but this is what needs to happen. I don't want to hear any white people talking to him about it. Yeah. Like, let's see, like, some black people just talk to him for real about it, like, however they feel about it. I think that'll absolve him. Or, I mean, yeah, that's what you think. Ice Cube is going to be like, take this dude's job. Come on. Really?
Did you hear Ice Cube's recent song? Shit.
Oh, wait. What's it called?
Just total shit. Hold on, I'll tell you the title of it right now.
I heard a trash Ice Cube song recently, but I think it's from the 90s. It was oof.
Oh god, I deleted it. I put
Was it called Animal or something?
No. Give me 1 second.
Stay cool on these streets, motherfucker. Was it for Triple X?
Is there another Triple X coming out?
No, there was only two of them. There's Triple X. There's Triple X State of the Union with Ice Cube, and Triple X Return of Xander Cage, where Ice Cube makes a cameo at the end. And I will not lie to you, when that happened, I screamed. I was like, "This is tight."
Oh god, yeah. I forgot about that. That Ice Cube was Triple. Oh god. I can't find it. It's like Me Only or something like that. Oh god. Anyway, I'm not even gonna. I guess he has a new song. It's called "Good Cop, Bad Cop." I guess this is gonna be his political, his social commentary. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, nigga.
Yay, yay. You came to New York, man. I mean, we had some fun times together, sir.
That was fun. We talked for hours. It was intense.
Yeah. I
was
mean,
a
obviously
lot.
the conversation's different. There's personal things in it, and
Yeah.
we were okay, guys. So we were at some some lounge somewhere in Manhattan, and there was a lady by the bar.
This is the song, by the way. Do you got a lighter?
Is it? Turn it up. Yes. Oh God, that thing is horrible. Yeah, it's just his flow.
It's
so
Uncle
clunky.
Sam. It's Uncle Sam holding a gun. Oh my God.
Whatever.
Sorry. Yeah, we're
so,
at a bar.
there was a lady by the bar who's, she was kind of being a little pathetic. She was there, and Dom and I had determined that one of us had to go talk to her. We had to. Domicus went up to her, and what game did you spit, sir?
All right, guys. This will give you some insight.
Before you wore the drink.
Yes. Was like, you fucking Negro. No, she's Indian chick. So what happened was this is my game. This is as much game as I have. So I walk up to her, I order the drink, and I'm like, I see her. She's eating her dinner, her sad little dinner, and she has a drink next to her, and I'm like, oh hey, how you doing? She's like, hey, I'm good. I'm like, hey, is that drink good? It looks pretty good. She's like, yeah, it's all right. Blah, blah, blah. I don't give a shit about what she's saying. I'm just trying to get to the next topic. I'm just trying to get her to open up a little bit. As I'm thinking of what to say next, this process is happening in like 0.25 nanoseconds because I'm just that good and that quick. You understand? Anyway, a drunk asshole drops his glass behind us on the floor, right? And then people are like, oh, the drunk thing. Someone's trying to come, like, don't touch the glass, blah, blah, blah. And then I look over at the glass, and then I look back at her, and I was like, you know what's crazy about, like, when you drop a glass as an adult, it's no big deal. But, like, I remember being a kid and just thinking, like, and, like, it was a big deal. Like, I would get in so much trouble. It was like terrifying to drop something. And she's like, yeah, I know, like, and it wasn't a big deal. Like, it could just be replaced. Like, why is that such a problem? But and we talked about that topic for maybe a minute, and then I ejected clean. I left.
And didn't get the number.
That's not enough, man. It's not. I think you need one more of those sessions, which would, I think, to get that number and to have it not be a flake, you have to have one more of those sessions that happens organically, however you want to determine that. So I go back to the bar after that, have another conversation that goes well. If she asks me questions about myself, then I'm like, okay, now we have an interest. Now we can roll with it. I didn't have enough time. I mean, she left like 10 minutes after that. And I couldn't just walk back up to her. Maybe I could have, though. Maybe I could. I'm not that bold.
Mm-hmm.
You know? What would you have said?
You're a loser because you're here by yourself. And I am above you in the social. I'll do something very racist, and I'll refer to this as a caste system.
Oh, that's good. That's okay. That's good.
Yeah, she'll think I'm smart at least. She'd be wrong. But
So what caste are you, bitch?
yeah. Once you start asking me about the classes, then I have no clue.
I know Brahmin. Those are the priests.
Okay.
That's the highest one. I know this because my friend is one. And that's it.
Good. All right. So next time I say a racially insensitive joke, I'm gonna say I am Brahmin.
Yeah.
And you are, but peasant or whatever. But no, small talk, like dumb little questions like that, maybe about the drink. But I definitely use you to my advantage, and I'd be like, oh, I'm with my friend over here, so so maybe we can talk sometime. I think, obviously it was different for you because you're not. And at one point I did tell you, I said, like, maybe I should talk to her because you don't even live in this fucking city. Like, you're not going to be able to follow up with her.
Yeah, it's true, dog.
Yeah, so I dropped the ball there. So, I would have told her, hey, my friend's over there, so maybe I can, talk to you some other time. I think that's a good tactic, period.
I don't like talk to you sometime. I don't like that it puts it. It's just lingering there, and it's up to them to take.
Wait. So you mean you're not okay with them getting your number?
Well, just that demeanor of like maybe we could talk sometime.
Oh, like it's too vague.
Yeah, it's like nah, it's not gonna happen. Like I'm a big fan of declaring what's gonna happen.
So how would you word that?
I mean, if I thought it was going well, like, we should talk. Give me your number, or give me your phone.
Oh, well, I mean, semantics. I mean, okay, that's what you mean.
Yeah, sure, but that's fine.
Your approach is, okay.
No, it's the same. We want the same thing, but I don't like to have questions.
Yeah.
Lingering, and when I'm gonna go out with a girl, I usually tell her what I want to do, and like she can come. You know, like that makes me comfortable. I don't like asking.
Me.
Yes, join me. I'm gonna be in my bedroom alone jerking. If you want to come home. I'm gonna be watching Netflix and just sleeping and using Tinder. If you don't come over, if you come over, I won't be on Tinder, but I'll still sleep and watch Netflix.
So what were the other things you did over here?
I went to hang out at the David Cho mural. David Cho is an artist who I really like. One of my favorite.
You didn't go to Jeepney?
Oh no, I wish I. Oh fuck.
That name, Jeepney.
Dude, seriously, I did not think of Jeepney until you just mentioned that.
Oh, well,
did we go together? Did we go together at one time?
I don't know. I have no clue.
We
did eat at that burger place. That burger was.
Yeah, that was
on the Medables too, but good.
It was okay. Yeah, so I saw David Cho is an artist. He is promoting this thing called the Cho Show, which is kind of an experimental art thing. I actually don't want to tell you guys about it because if you don't apply to it, I have more of a chance of getting in. So I won't tell you about the choshow.com. Anyway, I went there to the mural, and he just happened to have applications for this thing. And I was second in line out of like 15 people, and he took me up on this little elevator thing while he was working on the thing, and then I spilled my guts, and I was talking to him, and we were talking about deep life shit, like really like emotional shit, and like after he painted my face, and I saw him again the next day. I went back to the mural after we hung out that night. Went back to the mural because I'm that much of a fanboy, and he came right over to me without me saying anything to him. We were talking again, and that's where all those awesome pictures came from. I told my brother about this yesterday, and he's like, so just some lady was just there taking pictures, and I'm like, yeah. He's like, she wasn't getting paid. I'm like, no, the people just do that. He's like, why was she there taking pictures? I'm like, because photographers just do that in New York. He's like, what? But no one was paying her. I can't believe it. But that's the truth. Some Italian lady was just snapping pics, and then she got like really good candid photos of me. So that happened. What else did I do? I went to the MoMA. Have you been to the MoMA recently?
Quick question.
What's
no,
up?
it's been a few years. Quick question. So, say for example, you and David Cho work on something, and years later, that picture becomes meaningful. Do photographers do it for that purpose? Because if anything, that's something that they've got in the Rolodex, and it's like, well, I have an original picture. So there's value
that's
to
part
it.
of it.
There's value to it in that sense.
Yeah,
Not
definitely.
immediate, but.
Yeah, I think so. And it's also, I mean, I think it's multifaceted. They're also, she's kind of an up and coming person. She's really good at taking photos, but like,
Was she
she's
cute?
a little middle aged, kind of, yeah. I'd say. Was she but yeah, so it's that they want to practice their craft, just like I do sketches every day. You know, just trying to. You always got to improve. You know, on whatever you're doing. Yeah, but I think it's also they want to establish a portfolio, and yeah, it's gonna be like you said in the future. I mean, you might just like, oh, David. I mean, dude's already a multimillionaire, so it's like anything he does is like there's a chance that it's gonna be connected to some amazing thing. So whatever, but met a lot of weirdos there. A lot of people just looking for autographs, looking for money. I saw groupies there, chicks like. I saw this girl, really attractive girl, she was really dressed up. She bought him a bouquet of flowers. It's like that.
So, I mean, she was there to like blow him, like she was literally a groupie like that.
Yeah, she just wanted to give him the flowers. It's just, you know what that is, you know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's got it like that, and that's where I want to be.
This is all for women, isn't it?
Come to me, women. Come to me and rest at my feet. Let me.
Come to me,
do you respect
girls.
is the one? Do you respect is the one who finds the girls? I pay him $20 an hour. He finds the girls. He's not allowed to touch them.
Yeah.
And if I find out that he touches them, he gets fired. But he's $20 an hour. And yeah, you bring them to my complex. Yeah, that's it. That's your job.
Yeah, I just bring them to your front door, to your throne, and it's like I don't say anything. I just look at you. And you go no.
I say no. and you have to pay for your own gas too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could drive.
Yeah. Do you have a driver's license?
No, I don't have a driver's license.
Oh my god.
I'm a city boy, man. I'm a city boy.
Oh Jesus.
I mean, you put me behind a car. I've driven a car before, but I've never got a fucking license.
When you were driving away from the Trujillitos in DR?
From the what?
Trujillitos.
Oh, Trujilli. What? Is that Trujillistas?
Yeah, there you go.
Trujillitos. What the fuck was that?
I don't know. It sounds like a like a fucking empanada.
Go fuck yourself.
No. Patalitos. That's what I was.
Patalitos. What are they?
Is that what that's called? We were on the hunt, man. We were on the hunt that one night for some empanadas. It didn't happen.
See that spot that we hung out. What was it? Two nights. Or three. No, it was three.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, 3 nights.
Three nights. Yeah, that third night, when I met up with you and your lady friend.
Okay.
Dom got nervous. Chair.
Sure.
Those empanadas. What was it, like a $15 order of empanadas? Fuck.
Dude, they're so good though. It's so good.
No.
Though. Yes,
dude, that's
it was.
$5 an empanada. It was like, fuck you.
Okay, yeah, it was, but
Not
I was
paying
just
that
in the
much for
zone.
that.
I was in the New York zone, man. What did you had yuca fries, which were
you and I had. Because you can't, because it's impossible to tell this guy. You can't tell Dom, here, you can have some of my food. Dom goes, oh, so the food's mine.
I was destroying your nachos. Yes,
dude. Let me tell you something. I was starving. And I was watching how often you were eating my food, and I was like, "Don't eat so much. Don't eat so much."
You should have told.
At one point, you slowed down. You slowed down at one point.
I did, but you also didn't finish your food. So what does that mean?
That means you touched it, so I didn't want to eat it all.
Nah, dude, don't put it on me. You didn't want it bad enough, my friend.
Those Juca fries were
nah. They're not good.
They weren't good. They were just. I didn't think it through. I don't think I've ever had Juca fries. I didn't.
Or are you joking? You never had Juca?
No, I just eat Juca the way it is.
Like boiled? That's not good.
Oh, it's great. Oh,
are you out of your? I hate it,
dude.
We used to eat it boiled as a kid. It's terrible.
Boiled with onions, sauce. Oh,
no, dude.
Onions was it onions in it? Oh god, you have no idea what you're missing. So you never eat them because Haitian cuisine.
Yeah, they do that.
Haitian cuisine has
It sucks. They boil them and they don't fry them. So I like them to be the consistency of potato fries. That's what I want. But it's obviously it's thicker. There's more fibers in it.
Yeah, it's not gonna. Happen.
I will admit
it's more starchy, not fibers. Listen, if there were fibers in it, they'd be healthy to eat.
Mr. fucking Nutrition over here talking about fibers or whatever. Get the fuck out of here,
You're
dog.
the one that's talking about fibers, not me.
Mr. Nutrition over here. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, but the worst part of yuca eating and yuca fries are the I'll call them yes.
Yeah.
You should not have any stems present on yuca fries.
Yeah.
Especially when you're paying. You probably paid $12 for those.
Right.
You should not see any stems on that shit.
I mean, how would you sift your way through that?
Dude, I've been to places, I'm telling you, where they make sure each fry doesn't have it, and it's just the meat.
Yeah, that's not good. You don't want to eat fry. Like, you don't want to dip it in the sauce and then all of a sudden have to take it out. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why?
Well, how were the nachos? You like the nachos?
Nachos were they were decent. They were good.
Yeah, but before you went there, we had short rib on top of like mashed potatoes, and it was that shit was banging. I know you don't like the empanadas, but it's they were crispier than what you usually get. What you usually get is like some soggy shit out of a truck that some old lady made, which is like
But they're good. Those are how they're supposed to be made. I mean, if you get something that's too cuisine like,
it was a little bougie.
Yeah.
It was a little bougie.
A little raindroppy, drop toppy.
Yeah. And the waiters like barely spoke English. That was interesting.
No, that's the only way to go.
Hey, I have your order right here, man.
Don't offend Julio. Julio's already. You're already in hot water with Julio.
Yeah.
I don't want him to come over.
Oh, we had a conversation about Julio.
Okay.
The conversation about Julio was related to the fact that he does exist. He's a real person, and
Of course he is. Why would you ever question that he does? Why would this be?
yes, but the thing is, I could theoretically find a picture of him.
That would be great.
But I think I would. It would take a Batman level of detective skills. I'd have to go find. I didn't buy my yearbook because I didn't have any school spirit. I had to find someone from the class of 06.
Or any friends to sign it.
Yes, I didn't have any friends. I had to go to Northwestern.
Julio didn't graduate, did he?
Julio? I don't know.
Okay.
I think he might be in the yearbook. I mean, one of the years. If it wasn't the if he didn't graduate, maybe he was in the sophomore year or something. But I'd have to go through and look at literally every. I don't know his last name, so I had to go through each last name and look for Hispanic faces until I see that motherfucker, and I'll post it online if I find him.
See, but you can't mention that to them and then not have it. Because that would be amazing. So you can't bring it up here on the podcast and not have it. You better get it now.
Oh shit! All right.
Better fucking get it.
The Quest for Julio. It's a mini-series.
And then he finds the thumbnail somewhere online and he kills you.
What if he turns out...
And on episode 200, it's me and Julio. He's talking to me from prison.
The real... It's like Serial. Yeah, this is Julio calling from Rikers Island. And so what's the worst case scenario for me and Julio? If he turned his life around and he was actually a really nice guy who had a wife and kids and just... regretted what he did.
What would be the best way for Julio to just own the fuck out of you if Julio was a famous
better artist than me? If he's better than me.
Yeah.
And there's no way around it. I cannot, there's no way for me. And he has a YouTube channel where he's doing interviews with people and he can literally draw them while he's talking to them and be in depth in their brain. And he's just like, He's everything I want to be.
He puts out a book called Tragedy Turned Triumph.
Ew.
He smashes you, dog. He talks about his high school years and how there was this kid named Dom who never wanted to give him the scales and how he used that as a metaphor for his life. The scales are what he wanted, but he didn't want to depend on Dom anymore.
That's deep. That's deep, dude.
That's the basis of his book.
And to top it off, he has to have every woman he gets with has to be like my ideal hot chick. He's just he runs through them.
So Ellen DeGeneres.
Yes, he has a.
Dom has a crush on a YouTuber's girlfriend. If you guys you've heard us talk about vegan gains,
you piece of shit,
dude.
I did not say. Come on,
dude looks like a lady, dude. This is so unattractive.
I did not say I have a crush on Jasmine, dude.
You know her name and everything.
My girlfriend, Jasmine.
You doing pretty good vegan gains. Keep going.
Jasmine and I, we're going to the Whole Foods, and the one here where we live is pretty good. It has a good selection. But I'm honestly a little concerned about some of their sustainability practices.
Oh God, he probably would say that. Wouldn't he? I haven't listened to that kid in a while.
Do you remember when they got into a shopping cart and put a pig's head over them and poured blood? Oh, and everyone in the store knew what they were doing, and they were just like, "Why? Like, we get it. Like, we just don't want you to be like, just go."
You can get away with that in Canada.
Yeah, I think in the U.S. you probably get shot for that shit, dude.
Yeah,
they probably think you're you get tackled to the ground.
Yeah, people would be a lot more hostile towards you if you did that. But nonetheless,
he has a Trayvon look to him too. Actually, you think about it, but if he had a hoodie on,
he doesn't look anything like Trayvon.
Listen, dude, he's light skinned. Okay, you know.
yeah. Where else were you going with that?
No, listen, he's light skinned. He's fit. He has. Huh? Yeah, dude, he's a fit guy.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know, he's got a little.
Speaking,
I
I
do not have a crush on Jasmine. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah, I'm going somewhere else. Speaking of fit, if you guys have been watching the NBA Finals recently, you'll notice that the finals are pretty one-sided. The Warriors are up 2-0. They've blown out the Cavaliers in both games, and I don't know if we have any basketball fans out there and any sports fans. I'm sure there's about 3 of you. And if you guys have been witnessing what I've been witnessing and what a lot of people have been saying over the years, after LeBron chose to go to Miami and build a super team, that, this is pretty much the monster that he created. He created the idea of people joining other players and making super teams. And now this team that's been assembled in Golden State is just... probably one of the best teams we've ever seen, and it's just making the finals so fucking boring.
So you got Curry, you got KD, you got
yeah.
Wait,
he plays too.
Yeah,
Draymond Green. You've got Klay Thompson. You got Iguodala. You've got a lot of
Iguodala. He's got to be a point guard, African dude.
No, I think he's like a forward.
I was just imagining a huge African dude.
Yeah, no. I mean, this is what happens. What's entertaining to watch about football. Football's a little different because it's one game a week, but anybody can win. I mean, is it the Patriots most of the time? They end up there, yes, but other teams have a shot. Plus, it's only one game, so you can get the best out of a team. I mean, the Giants beat the Patriots twice, once when they were undefeated. Yeah. I mean, if that isn't exciting, I don't know what is. Still one of the craziest sports nights I've ever witnessed in my life is when the Giants beat the Patriots that year. I couldn't believe that happened. But always remember, newspapers are so good with the puns. Sometimes it's a reach, but it was I think the newspaper after that day was like, it was 15-0 and one giant loss. That was so great.
Cool.
That was so
No,
good.
no, he was holding on to that one. They had that just written.
Yeah,
down.
that one's, it's obvious, but it was good, but it was fitting. But yeah, so I mean,
did they buy the team? Is the team bought out? Is in terms of like, is this the equivalent of a rich kid having all the cool Batman toys and like I have the ones from the thrift store? This
is the equivalent of, I mean, this is an obvious equivalent. This was when you played NBA Live 95 and you took the best players. This is what every kid did when we started playing long form sports games where you could play a season and you could start trading. That's what everybody did. Everybody took the elite players and you could override the computer. Like you could offer somebody, for example, Sean Kemp in exchange for, I don't know, some shitty player. And the computers, they don't want to make the trade, but you could override it. You could say, "Fuck that, I want him." So you could
take him.
Yeah, just take him anyway. So this is exactly what you did back then, and you ended up winning 70 games that season, and you won the championship. And that's
Did you feel good while you were playing that?
No,
like that?
man, I did that like 2 or 3 times in my life. But most seasons that I played, I picked mediocre teams.
Like who?
If I played baseball, I'd pick like the Marlins, like a team that had, that was back then.
Did they have Griffey?
No, that was the Mariners.
Oh, dude, close, dude. You got to give me that.
Yeah, but you're totally on the other side of the country.
The M, dude, the M.
Yeah,
Marlins,
the M,
Mariners.
But Seattle and Florida.
Just give me this one win, okay?
Okay. Just gave it to you right now. I emailed it to you.
All right, cool.
So yeah, I did that a couple of times, but I couldn't really do it because it just doesn't feel right. It's not competitive. It's just not competitive. Like, how would you feel? How would you feel if somebody assembled a group of the most powerful illustrators and designers in the world, and all of a sudden you have to compete with that? You have to compete with that. I mean, obviously it's a little different because in business and entrepreneurship, everybody can have their lane and still make money. In basketball, you have to all meet at that point. So it's a bit different.
Yeah, but I got to challenge you a little bit on that. It's different. No,
of course.
Me going against, it's different in the sense that like, I'm talking about just in, like, I'll go with you with that analogy, but it's like, so you're telling me LeBron and these guys are just schmucks. They're not.
No, they're not, because LeBron has Kyrie Irving, who's one of the best point guards in the game. But
Who's their shooter? Who's the shooter for the Cavs? Who's their guy?
Their best scorer, I would probably say it's Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
He's a better scorer than LeBron. I mean, when LeBron fucking, picks up his balls and he starts fucking heading to the I've always felt that LeBron could just go to the fucking basket whenever the hell he wants.
Yeah, like his body, just like you're
He
not.
could just be like, dude,
oh,
that's
dude,
it.
I saw. Do you see Isaiah Thomas try and check him at? Well, not like barely. Isaiah Thomas like, oh god, okay. And, like he just went right past. Like, come on, like what are you gonna do to me?
He's got heart. He's got a lot of heart.
Isaiah Thomas 5'9".
Yeah.
They fought it out though. Celtics. I gotta admit, like that was. I started watching when they whooped the Wizards' ass, but like barely. But that was a really fun game to watch, man. And then I liked seeing them get stomped out by the Cavs. And now look at what's happening. So
it's not that they're schmucks. It's that Golden State won 72 games last year, and they took the Cavs. It took the Cavs 7 games to beat them in the finals last year, and then they got arguably the second best player in the league on their team.
who?
Kevin Durant.
Oh, he's cursed by Lil B though.
Dude, did you hear? I never heard the song. Did you know
Fuck
that
Kevin Durant? I love that song.
No, LeBron and Kevin Durant made a song.
Oh my god. Ooh, no. I'm good.
Hold on. Durant rap. Let's see.
Fuck Kevin Durant.
Okay, so I'm about to listen to the snippet.
What's it called?
Hold on. There's no name to it. I just have a snip. Oh
It's
my god.
It's a secret rap song. Oh, in 2011. Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. Oh my god.
Put the world on my back.
Put the world on my back because I'm mad strong. Put the world
That's
on my back because my
definitely
back's
LeBron.
strong.
That's definitely LeBron.
You know what? We got to play this. Fuck Kevin Durant. Everybody sing it with me. Fuck Kevin Durant.
You love it, don't you?
Yeah, it's tight.
Yeah, I kind of had it out with you a little bit when we were hanging out that third night, and you were bringing up some fucking Tyler the Creator.
Yeah, you just shat on me because why?
Because you're so
I love that
enthusiastic about all this fucking dumb shit. Just dumb. Just let
I
him
didn't
go.
I didn't like Cherry Bomb that. Don't tell me to fucking let somebody go. That song is okay. It's all right.
Anyway, yeah.
Dude, you have, just as a creator, you have to respect someone who has an idea that comes from his mind.
But that's anybody.
So fine.
That's anybody.
But somehow it's him, and then you're mad about it.
No. It's not that I'm mad about it. It's that you're saying it like it's like I'm sure Tony Hinchcliffe can sit you down and talk about his. I don't want to fucking listen to that. Listen,
I'm into it. You're sucking the joy out of my life. I'm just trying to enjoy this documentary.
No.
And then you're like, let him go. You're telling me to not like something?
No. It's just that you were trying to make it seem like he's doing some unique thing. It's like, I don't want to hear about Tyler the Creator's process. I don't care about it because Tyler the Creator has never created anything that I've cared for. So why would I care? Like, okay, Machine Gun Kelly. Would you like to hear that?
No.
Exactly. That's how I feel about Tyler the Creator explaining his fucking process.
That's fine, but you're telling me not to talk about something that I'm not interested in.
Well, a part of that is, it's the hip hop thing that I got against you. There's that.
You don't give me any credit for anything that I like.
No, it's not. That's not what it is. What you
dude.
like is it
anything, dude? And you're like, you're not a real fan, dude. You turn into Joe Budden, dude. You turn into Joe Budden.
No.
You do.
I don't.
You grow a shitty beard, and then you start yelling.
Listen,
like, you don't like hip hop.
Listen,
I don't.
When we talked about it in person, you told me. I like Childish Gambino, and it's almost like a white person saying I have a black friend. I like him.
Oh my fucking god!
Because it's not really there. It's not really. It's just like because if we put you in another era, like if we put you in another era, I could easily say you didn't fucking like rap that much when you were growing up. You didn't.
No.
Why is that not acknowledged? Like, why is it that
I
I'm
acknowledge
crazy?
it right now, dude. I just acknowledge it now.
So why is it that I'm crazy when I say that? When you had rap, it was readily available to you then. You know what I'm saying?
We weren't allowed to listen to it.
Come on, dude. Come on.
It's true, dude.
Yeah, I know you weren't allowed to listen to it, but I'm pretty sure you weren't allowed to watch fucking Sandman or whatever horror movies, but you still got into that.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's just like,
true.
See, you got a little smirk on you.
You think I'm fake. That's my problem. You think that I really don't like rap and I'm pretending.
It's not that you don't like it. It's when you like it that you make me angry. It's when you like it. When you like it, it's just like, oh, stop it. Because I can tell that most of it you hate it. Most of it you hate it. Are there artists that you love? Yeah. A lot of people love those.
What do I hate? Tell me what I hate. Go
What
ahead.
do you hate? You hate Migos. You absolutely detest it. You detest it. But the thing is now is that Migos and Lil Yachty, they're changing the culture that it's like anybody who's artistic has to give it that importance because this could mean something. And you don't want to turn a blind eye to it because it's like you don't understand the culture if you're not paying attention to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why they're being like sort of like held up into the sky like, oh.
I don't hate Migos, but I don't know why you keep saying that. Lil Yachty, like that last album.
Everyone can hear how fake you are. They can hear it in the tone in your voice.
Let me finish, please.
Go ahead.
Lil Yachty's last album was so awful. I'm never gonna give him another chance. Peekaboo's still, it's kind of catchy, but like that album was so bad, and I gave him an hour of my time that it's like I lost a lot of respect for him. I don't even care.
What was the best song off Yachty's album?
Peekaboo.
Oh, it was Peekaboo. Okay.
Peekaboo. Easy, dude.
What makes it the best song? I haven't listened to that shit.
It's just really catchy, stupid hook. And Migos did okay on it. You know, that's it. That's it. But that album just made me. It was just bad, dude. It's bad.
Yeah, Kanye put out a snippet of a song with Migos that he's got coming out, and Migos is on that song with Katy Perry. Like they're just
that's gross.
I mean, it's another example of just pop just sort of using rap, but I mean that's what's always happened. And why the fuck would Migos turn that down? You know,
we just trying to get that money. If we play,
we got that new money.
We got the home. Play.
So there are artists that you like, and I do understand that there are people that you like, but I'm just saying they're very far in between. It's not as many as you lead out to be. That's
you mean hip hop artists specifically? You think I pretend to like hip hop artists?
Pretend isn't it isn't a word. It's a fad. It's a fad, and that's why. And through Migos is where it can be understood because of the cat videos.
You're about to make a video essay on how I fucking hate rap
because of the cat videos with the
It's
meow
so funny.
And all that
It's funny. I saw you doing it too.
Yes,
you did
but
it.
you wouldn't
did
do
it.
that. You wouldn't do that with a song that you liked. You wouldn't do that. You know.
I would.
Well, fucking do it then.
I don't want to.
Liar.
I'm good.
That
was a perfect song. Listen,
somebody get this guy a fire extinguisher for his
pants. Listen, the meows were perfect for that song. Okay, you know that, dude. I don't need to explain to you how, because you do it, man. After this episode is recorded, you're gonna go to Gray and you're gonna put it on.
Okay, so ask me if I like Migos.
Do you like Migos?
No. So why do you think I find it funny? Because I hate them.
I don't hate them. I think they're okay.
Oh God.
I don't know what this is the stupidest argument, dude.
It's not
dumb.
an argument. It's just us having a heart to heart. This is an intervention. This is an argument.
There's an
If I told you, listen, if I told you, and you know this is true, if I told you that I wear Radiohead on my sleeve, you're going to fucking start going, oh yeah, what is, and you've done it before on the show.
What the hell does that mean?
No. You've done it before on the show where you questioned, what do you like
outside
of Creep?
And I shat on you. Yeah,
you did it. You did the same thing to me. You put your finger on my chest, and then I told you no surprises. I told you other songs, and you were like, okay. Like you qualified yourself to me. I see, and this is me poking my finger on your chest because rap is more popular than fucking Tom York.
That is true.
So it's
But that was the equivalent of that is
I know what you're doing.
okay. But listen, the equivalent of that is me saying I love Nas, and then I guess we had to have this comment. Like I love Nas, and then you'll be like, "What do you like?" I'm like, I like Omatic, and you're like, "Yeah, but you know about that Nostradamus though, motherfucker."
See, but I would never attack anybody. I'm not that kind of person. I wouldn't attack
You did,
anybody
man.
because
One time you said I was stupid because I didn't like. No, I'm joking.
because I just don't believe that people should look at music like it's knowledge. Music isn't knowledge. It's not input that you put in your head. Music. You know, I mean, it's gonna sound douchey, but music is art. It's there, and if you choose to touch it, you touch it. If you don't, you don't. So if you haven't heard a classic album, it's like, oh, it's not. Oh my God, you know, it's like.
Is Migos art?
Excuse me.
Is Migos art?
Well, that seems
you
to
heard
be,
me, motherfucker.
That
You heard me.
seems to be the question, right? That seems to be.
No, I
it's
answered the
not.
fucking question. Is
No,
Migos
it's not.
art?
No, it's not.
It's not. Is it music?
Okay, let me ask you a question. Maybe we can get into into the conversation. If the person who created it isn't doing it with the intention, is it still?
Yes.
It's still no matter what.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Oh God.
Oh, I've tickled this artistic G spot.
Yes. I'm coming. Okay, so that's a good question because
you know me. Okay, look, I'm not gonna say I know because you would be surprised if you talk to these, you know, to these rappers. You know, they hang out with like, you know, fashion designers and stuff like that, and they probably talk about aesthetics and Sonic. Yeah. They probably do. I don't think that Lil Yachty sits around and just thinks he's putting beats together. He probably approaches it from an artistic standpoint. Maybe it doesn't sound like it. And everything that I've heard from the review of his album, everybody's just telling me it's complete garbage.
It's actually the best album I ever made. Yes, bro.
Buffalo Bill on Double D's podcast. It puts lotion on the skin and it gets the hose again.
It's a little boat, man. You gotta tell these kids what I'm gonna do. No.
You gotta add a little Julio in that. Put a little Julio in that.
You gotta tell.
Nah. Yeah, just a little. There's a little Julio in his voice.
You gotta tell these kids
there
what
you
I'm
go.
doing for real, like, cause you know I'm just a young guy. I'm just a young guy doing my shit. You know, you feel me?
You see, guys, I'm a voiceover director. You see what I get out of my subjects? Say, I need you to think Lil Yachty and Julio. Think High School Dropout. Think Scales.
That was too meta. Now they know how it's made. Now they know how the fucking soup is made. You literally just corrected me, made me better. I can't even fake. A little bit of Julio in there. How it's fucking stupid. We've created like someone outside of Double D's hearing what just happened would be like, what the fuck just? I do a voice. You know what voice I'm doing, and you say put more Julio in.
And you
there.
know the Julio.
Yeah,
song.
I know exactly what I should do. This is what 200 hours of fucking crazy podcasting does to you.
Well, what? That's the value.
But okay, the art thing real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go outside Amigos. Let's tackle someone bigger. Pitbull. Is Pitbull art?
Doesn't it always
Is
come
an
back
artist?
to Pitbull?
Is he an artist?
Yeah. Yeah, because I think if you spoke to Pitbull, honestly, and this is being completely there's somebody out there. I think what would make him an artist, and I think what makes anyone an artist, is if you have an ethos, if you have a base core. Couldn't you imagine Pitbull saying something? I believe that people should enjoy themselves when they listen to music.
100%.
Music should be something that it should bring happiness. Yes. You should smile. You should move.
It works. People dance in droves, and they do it. So.
I'm pretty sure that's something that Pitbull would think or say. Yes, absolutely, he's an artist. Absolutely, because that's you know.
However,
yeah,
there's another side of Pitbull that we need to explore.
What's that?
Hey, you know, man, I don't really want people to dance to my song. Everybody think I'm talking about happy shit, but you know,
so much.
You know, people talking. Can I finish me?
Okay.
You know, people. Can I finish me? People think I'm talking about toma party, toma. Really, I'm talking about life is not permanent, man. Really, I'm talking about. Really,
You're warning us.
Really, I'm talking about the dangers, you know what I'm saying?
Pitbull warned us about mortality most of all.
Because most day I want to kill my shit, man. Most day I want to kill my shit. It's too, man. It's too. You know what I mean? Let's go to these voicemails, man. Fuck you, man. Toma.
Word up, word up. What's poppin'? This is Blackfin coming live from Zimbabwe. Really enjoyed the podcast, man. And just a shame that we have to part ways. But, you know, really excited to send you guys out with something that I worked on. Hopefully you guys dig it. And no further ado. Let me hop right in. Yeah. It's time to be a little more finicky. The end of an era. We used to rock the show, rocking our leathers from listening to stories and tales of Julio the Puerto Rican. On the weekend, he could be a Dominican though, just saying. To stimulate the brain, gotta commune with the god of fresh sneakers and plantains. The chuckles, a little inspiration for raps as we stamp plaques in hand to free little quack. Your life matters, the banter, like brothers slain in the real world. From scooping the chickens, we on one, like Dom and his white girls. People, we just trying to have a little fun, of course, with a little opium. Word to the Kung Fu Kenny Fitness Emporium. We keep it lean, Windex, I like it clean. I had to bring a new Jack City type of rap out, waiting on the Cowboys mixtape. At this rate, the buzz will be gone by December, but we will remember. It's Black Film, props to D, respect the dudes for healthy alternatives to YouTube food. This for you. Ha! Once again, props to you guys, man. Really been a pleasure listening to your work, and you should come through to Zimbabwe and we'll have a good time. We'll ride some hippos, see some giraffes, and just have a blast.
Hey, what's up guys? My name is Hector. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada, and I've been listening to your guys' show for quite some time now. I'm literally sitting right here on the job, not doing shit, waiting to work, but nevertheless, I was listening to your guys' show every night when I was working a night shift. And I was working 12-hour shifts, so you can imagine I went through like every single episode. It's kind of hard to remember all of them. But one thing I can remember from it was Dom's Buster Rhymes impersonation. That shit was fucking funny, man. I'm proud of your guys' work, man. You guys really put some good content out there. It's worth listening to, and it's a shame that you guys don't have as many followers as a lot of other people, to be quite honest. But I hope you guys like it that way. I mean, it's still a dope ass show. I'll always enjoy listening to it. D-Respect, your outlook on music is great. I can't believe you're not an MF Doom fan. That's crazy. And Dom, you did name a sketch cast after me. I'm the one that said that bad art does not exist, and yes, I still believe that. See you later, guys. Thanks for all the great content, and thanks for leaving it up so I can go back to it and laugh again.
I ain't gonna start this off somber like the rest of these niggas. But man, I've been watching my nigga D-Respect since 2013. I seen this video, something about Valentine's Day, like 2013. My nigga set the fundamentals for how to get these bitches, bruh. And I done lived by that code for a few years now. Shout out to my nigga D-Respect. But look, I fuck with the podcast heavy for years now also. I was gonna hope y'all niggas had a live event so I can say this shit to y'all. This nigga Dominic Rabrun been cooning for almost 200 episodes, man. He been letting this dirty Dominican nigga get away with saying nigga for almost 200 episodes now and ain't checked him not once. Man, look, I fuck with y'all podcast. I'm gonna miss this shit. Y'all niggas stay up.
Hey guys, this is Ben from California. I've been listening to the show since about 2013. I was 19 at the time, so I'm 23 now. A lot has happened in between. I feel like I've gotten really great advice from you guys when it comes to like creativity. But yeah, I just really love the chemistry between you guys. This is the first podcast I ever got into. So it really means a lot to me. I knew it was going to come to an end. 200 sounds like a good number, although, it's really just like any other number. One issue I had with the show is that I felt like I could never really show it to my friends, in that a lot of the jokes were inside jokes. Really enjoyed a lot of the audience participation, including this. Pretty sure you guys answered a couple of my questions in the past, so just really looking forward to see what you guys have coming out in the future.